Foot cat. Anyway, guys, two things. One, I would like to personally thank Jack and his hater crew because my last video got almost like 80 views overnight. That's awesome. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it. That really means a lot to me that your friends are actually helping me get such good ratings. That's incredible. Oh yeah, too. I gotta mention one other thing, Jack. Just because someone says, or just because, I mean, obviously, something that doesn't bother you, you should put a lot of effort in to try to figure out who it is that doesn't like you. Well, I know I don't like you. But anyway, the part that I find is funny is, I heard you say, oh, well, my dislikes are coming from Canada, so I know who it is. Dude, there's more than one person that has the internet in Canada. There's hundreds and thousands of us. So there you go. Just because one person that lives in Canada is disliking you doesn't mean it's me. It could be my brother. Could be, oh fuck, I don't know. Maybe one of those hundreds of fucking places over there. Anyway, you dumbass. Back to reality. Okay, guys, as some of you know, I've got a little plan in the works. Here are my links installed on the rear. Like my nail polish. Yeah, undercoat. Or not undercoat. Don't use undercoat, by the way. Do not use undercoat. This is not undercoat. This is bed liner. You buy it in the aerosol can. Cans like that. But I did the front links, and I've done the rear links. And what they are, it's not ready rod like some people use. It's a brake tube. You can see the brake tube. Well, you can't see the brake tube. There's the brake tube with some threaded ends, like those little cut-off pieces down there. You slide them in to the right length to thread into your, these. See? So it's about, you have that much sticking out. I guess here I'll show you, because some people are slow. You have that much, and you braze it in, so you got like that much sticking out, okay? Focus on the tire, damn it. So that much is sticking out. Anyway, you braze it into the brake tube, and then I took some shelving, here, there's a piece off of like a computer desk. You know, you see this shit lying around? Well, this is what I use. So there's a C channel out here. I just kind of cut it across there, and then I brazed it onto the brake tube. The top links, I just left them stock, you know, painted aluminum. They're aluminum ones, but I didn't make steel ones. But these ones are all steel, all made by hand. You get a couple mistakes on there, but you can't even tell. But they're flat, and this is bed liner. The stuff is pretty cheap. I mean, it's strong as hell too. Yes, this is a little grippy, and yes, this is going to cause some hang-ups on here until it wears off of there, but that's okay. I also painted my diffs with the same stuff to seal up all the little, you know, little nooks and crannies and little holes. It seals it up so you get less shit in there. No, I don't play in the water. Just keep it up. And I made ones for the front too, but I used angle iron, well, thin angle bracketing. As you can see, it's angular shaped. And that's the same thing as the links. Brake tube on the inside. There, you can see it that way. Brake tube on the inside with an end link brazed onto the end, threaded onto that, and then the an angle iron bit brazed onto it. Make sure you braze it on before you put the plastic links on. And somebody asked me in our message, why don't you use steel links on here? Because it'll be 10 times stronger. That's true. But these links that I make myself, they're almost indestructible. You need to have something that's going to break. I mean, these drive shafts on here are strong as hell. I can't remember who gave me these, but somebody sent me these. Normally, I would just use a plastic link or drive shafts because it's got a bulletproof tranny and bulletproof diffs. It just needs an alloy housing. You want to have a weak link. So these plastic links are the weak link. My buddy of mine, I made him a steering bracket for because his was a stock one on a Wraith, and it was always flexing and he hated it. So I made him one. And he crashed into a rock really fucking hard. And it broke the plastic link, which it's better because then you just change the link. If it's too solid, if it would have been solid here and this would have been solid, like a metal end on here, he would have snapped his knuckle up. Would have broken off here or broken it right here. So where it connects, plastic link. Same as usually on your drive shafts. If you have a bulletproof tranny and bulletproof diffs, Use a plastic jar shaft. Give it something to break. Now, some of you know what I'm trying to do. I'm making a rock bouncer like I was set out to do a long time ago. This is the frame off the 6x6. They will be getting cut. I don't know exactly where yet, but about here. Somewhere like that, maybe. And then I'll have the cage coming up like this. I got Sarge here, and most of a Wraith interior. So this dude is going to be here. Let me see if I can get this up there. So that'll be about there. See, it doesn't fit quite right, so I got to cut this up or make a whole pan myself. So dude's going to be sitting about here. I don't know. It's going to be hard. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's going to be tricky. But anyway, I'll figure it out. That's what I do. That's going to get cut off here, so all of this frame section will be gone, and then these will be coming down on an angle and in, and they'll be mounted to a point right about here. I might have to make extended brackets for it, but that's okay, it's not hard. So all this frame is getting cut off, and the front, I was going to cut it off, but I got to have a spot for my battery to go, right? So what I was thinking about is the battery is going to kind of sit in here like this, like they do stock, but it'll be on low and it'll be on an angle. And I'll use this front end piece because I need to have some way of getting the battery in there and out of the way. So I'm going to try to make like a hinge front end. So the front end where the motor would normally sit, I'm going to make that cage section so it tilts forward and comes down and locks into some eyelets where you put the body pins in. So that way the battery, I just unclip the pins, tilt the hood forward, then I can take out my battery, close it up, and then have the rest of the cage coming up like this. That's how it all works together. There's no plans for it. There's no in-depth detailed drawings anywhere. All I did was go online, copy a couple pictures of rock bouncers to give me a rough idea. Yeah, like these plastic mounts, these are going to come off of here, and there's going to be steel in part of the cage. It's going to have a separate steel part in the front for these, and then the cage is going to close down on top of it, and then the back cage. And no, I don't have a fake mortar stick in here. I do have my receiver box, which I also painted with the bed liner. I love how it looks. That's going to be mounted up here in the back of the cage where the gas tank would be. And that's going to be where my receiver sits. And then the speed control, I'm not using that one. I got a new one. I'm going to be sticking that, I don't know where. Maybe I'll just put it on the passenger side. What the hell? Have it easy access. So yeah, it's going to take me a long time. There won't be a lot of updates because this thing's going to take me forever to do because it's all build as I go. So there you go, in a nutshell. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining in. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them at the bottom. And if, you know, I can get more hates from Jack, that would be awesome. Keep in mind, everybody, people say, oh, you're being mean to Jack. You're bullying. Actually, you know what? I'm not mentioning who this Jack is. You can assume who it is. You might be right. I could be talking about my mom's ex. I could be talking about some people that I work with, a guy named Jack. You never know. It might be the Jack that you guys are all thinking of. Probably is. But I'm not going to say. Because I'm doing this my way. And will I grow up? I don't fucking have to. Do I have to be mature? I don't have to. I'm doing it my way. So, like it or leave it. If you don't like it, fuck off. Feel free to come and add a hate, because it's a view. And I like that too. Everybody deserves their own opinion, right? Alright guys. Take care. Remember, if you want to know, ask. Later.